Man, what up, man? I just seen this fucking crazy video. I don't even know what to call this shit, man. I'ma guess it's gonna be So Real episode 4. Have y'all seen the video of the white boy, wherever the fuck he from, just blatantly acting gangster? That shit crazy. I don't even know what to think about that shit. When I seen it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, dude do look like Justin Bieber from a couple years ago. But Pistol Gang? And he was with one other white boy. I don't know if it was a group of them white boys or whatever, but it had to be a couple of niggas standing around. Now, in my era, once you come on somebody's territory, bro, you better be coming there for peace because you gonna leave in pieces. This nigga, he ain't even a nigga. This white boy went off in bruh face. Bro was with his kid, you know, and that's automatic disrespect, you feel me? But he just blatantly using the N-word. That's not cool. Like, I mean, off the bat, you should have caught the fade with him. I don't promote violence and none of that shit, but from what I'm saying, from what I'm hearing, I guess he was somewhere, white boy was somewhere, and dude that he approached asked him how gangster he is or whatever, but he wasn't on that shit. Thus meaning the white boy's by himself. So he had to go get some other niggas to come back so he can do the hard routine. I'm so gangster, I'm so this, I'm so that. I don't know if that's some country they in. Not country as in country. I mean, some cities live in the country, in the boonies and shit like that. And it was a setup to be... I don't even know how the fuck it even made the internet like go so crazy. It's already on Complex. Complex is talking about it. Like, why the fuck are they talking about it? But it ain't no fucking way in hell that you supposed to let any white man, boy, teen get at you and use the N-word in your face. Now, when the little wigger was like, you can go drop your kid off and catch the fade. Nigga, the bruh should have been like, all right, nigga, boom, dropped his kid off, nigga, and came back, you know what I mean, with his squad, whoever, just in case it popped off. That shit just looked mad fake, though, nigga. You went to the nigga and said what you said, but you had to bring a camera. You wanted it to be online. You don't get no fucking points for that, nigga. I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't know you, but nigga, that was corny as fuck. Like, first of all, I don't know what type of gang you in, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, the nigga you went at must have not been hard, pause, or even on that type of shit. He wasn't active in the field, because if he was, I think he would have washed your ass right there. Even if the nigga wasn't even about that life, if you with 3-4 niggas, at least 2 of them niggas is about that life. And on the rip that, you feel me, you ain't even trying to get down, they gonna get down for you. So he don't get no respect, you know what I'm saying? He tried to make brother look like a bitch. To me, he don't look like no bitch, you know what I'm saying? He was a bigger man and didn't even, you know, feed into the dumb shit. Anybody could see a setup, you feel me? You see the camera, you see he with another big dopey looking white boy that I doubt he would have did anything. But at the end of the day, I feel a type of way about that shit, because it's like, I can remember when I was in Target, right? And I'm just minding my business, you know, buying some Sprite, doing what I'm doing. And some nigga had the nerve, it wasn't a nigga, it was a white boy, to walk up on me and was like, you feel me, pull your pants up, yada, yada, yada. And I'm looking at this nigga like, is he stupid or something? Like, this nigga don't even know me. My first reaction is like, fuck it, just punch him in his face. But when you in certain stores and certain areas, they call the police quick. And so if you got witnesses, what they gonna say? Oh, the black dude swung first. But it's just saying that with certain situations, you don't know the mentality of what somebody going through. So just say if I swung on this nigga, now what if I'm walking out the store and he in his car, he pull out a gun and shoot me? Like, it's just certain shit. But that shit was weird because it's like he followed me around the store. I don't know what point he was trying to prove, but I felt it was a setup, because of the simple fact that, why the fuck was you come around somewhere and just follow a nigga and say, pull your pants up? Like, motherfucker, like, that ain't never happened to me. So I looked at it like, all right, whatever. So I waited to see if I'm going to catch this nigga again. And then I did see him again in the mall, asked him what was up with that shit. And he was more different. He was, like, humble and shit. Like I said, I'm not a tough guy, but at the same time, I want to know what the fuck that was about. And I knew I seen him somewhere, because the girl at the cashier was like, yo, he be around here, and I'm always at the mall. So when I seen him, I approached him like, bro, what the fuck was that about? And he just explained he was with his mom, and his mom said something. So I can understand that, but bro, you don't run up on me like and say some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you don't know what the fuck I got on me. But at the same time, you gotta think smart in that. So it go back to this situation where I don't know what the fuck that white boy was proving. What was the point of that? You don't let nobody run up on you like that. And as far as the gang shit, let's keep it real. If he was really a savage and really about that life, as far as his gang, he would have fired on that nigga like off bat, just for him discrediting your shit. Because if you really in that type of field, you know what I mean, that type of gang culture, from what I heard, if a nigga disrespect your flag, then nigga, you gotta take off on him on sight. So he don't get no points for me for the simple fact, when he was by himself, he didn't do shit, and he had to come back with reinforcements. So that little nigga is a sucker. They shouldn't be promoting that shit. You feel me? That shit shouldn't be on Complex and everything like that. That's just about personal opinion. Because I just think it's some bitch shit. Like, if you ain't gonna do shit solo, nigga, why you gonna go get 4 other niggas and be like, yo, this nigga said something about my... You know what I mean? Because if the leader of whoever that little pistol gang crew is, whatever the fuck it is, you should be like, nigga, why you didn't do nothing? You feel me? So it's like, you gonna wait and do something? That shit's stupid. And I don't even talk reckless, but see, I don't have a gang of niggas with me. I don't even know a gang of niggas. I'm solo wherever the fuck I go, everywhere. No matter if it's daytime, nighttime, other than that, I'm with my girl. So it's like, I don't even look at that shit like, you need a whole squad of niggas just for what? Like, I mean, if you just homies and y'all grew up together and y'all just happen to be on the same block, or, you know, even if y'all grew up and then y'all still posted up on the block, that's cool. It's family shit, but I don't even need a lot of, you know what I'm saying, niggas around me like that. Because that's the simple fact that if I'm not in a certain particular thing, but they is, you know what I'm saying, you're guilty by association. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't need that type of dumb shit around me. But that situation is, he just said nigga so many times. Like, he really was like on some real, like he got 11 murders under his belt or something. I don't know what the fuck that was, but it's like, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but Complex talked about it. Like, this shit is retarded. Like, what type, like, picture yourself in that situation. You see something that look like, he does look like a Justin Bieber knockoff, and he got a flag and shit like that. And it's like, how gangster is you? Like, that's a real question. Like, is you really about that life, or are you trying to prove something? Because, like, the way I look at it, I've been to a lot of suburban areas. Like, when I used to be in Stockton or whatever, and go to these little big ass suburban little quiet areas with these houses and shit, you will have that one motherfucker that just feel like he's so gangster and shit, because a lot of other people don't really know about that type of lifestyle outside of that. And you have them suburban gangsters, but it's just like, I don't know if that was a suburban area, but I know that wasn't a hood, because ain't no way you would let him use the nigga word in your face like that. That's the part that just blew my mind. Like, alright, fuck everything else you talking about as far as that street shit. He calls you a nigga to your face. Like, I can be out in public and hear somebody, you know, say that word, Asian, Mexican. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just not even say nothing, but look, like, that ain't cool. You feel me? Like, that's just like talking to like an Asian and talking some old, you know, Chinese dish type shit, or a Mexican, like call him a bean burrito eating motherfucker. Like, that's just some whole different type shit. Like, you feel me? Like, call him a wetback or something. You know what I mean? Or chinky eye. That's crazy, right? And I'm just looking at that shit like, man, what the fuck, man? I know this don't got nothing to do with music or nothing like that, but I just thought that that shit was crazy. And I had to say something, because I don't know if I can even let, like, nobody say that shit around me. Because it's like, look what, as a people, our culture, what we've been through. You know what I'm saying? From slave days and everything, from being called that. You know what I mean? Even the way they portray it in movies, like, you know, that Django movie and things of that nature. Like, you, fuck that. We've been through a lot. Like, and as a black person, you shouldn't let no other race say that word in front of you, especially towards you in that type of area. Like, I've dated white girls where it's like, if you slip up and say that, I'm fucking you up. Because that's the only thing they have figured that can hurt you. And I made that shit known. I probably done yanked up a couple girls here and there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, I'm not doing it out of spite like I'm a woman beater, but, you know, you going too far. You could have said punk ass nigga. Not even nigga, like, you little punk or you bitch, or, but I ain't none of that shit. But if you use that word, you trying to disrespect me. So a couple bitches got hemmed up, you know what I'm saying? I put my ex-girlfriend, well, this was a long time ago. Her name was Brittany. I put her ass to the motherfucking wall. Like, bitch, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Even another girl I dated named Rochelle, like, she said that shit before, but she had said over the phone, but when I see her, it wasn't like that. But she didn't get away with it either. Like, we had tussles and shit. Like, I don't play that shit. And it's not even, like I say, I'm not tough, but that's just disrespectful to our culture. And I just feel like, if me in that situation, we would have fought. Even if I got jumped, it's just the part that, nigga, at the end of the day, you ain't gonna call me no nigga to my face. He'll respect the simple fact, like, at least he stood up for his, you know what I mean? That's just disrespectful, but these white people, you know, no offense, but if you trying to be something you not, man, be yourself. All this gang shit and all this squad shit and all this pistol gang shit, y'all ain't grow up like that. Knock that shit off, man, because none of you, some white people you look at, y'all couldn't grow up on food stamps and on welfare and shit like that. Y'all wouldn't even know what to do it. I mean, look at corporate America. Motherfuckers up there go broke, they jump out the building and kill themselves. So I don't know why y'all portraying something that y'all don't know shit about. Y'all wouldn't last in them areas, Chirac. You know what I'm saying? Go to LA, go to the Bay Area. Y'all wouldn't last in those areas. So just stay humble. You feel me? Stay what you know. You grew up in a good household with both parents and you got good cars and everything. Be that. Stop trying to be shit that, you know, you see on music videos and you hearing music, because that shit ain't cool. You feel me? Because if you go meet your parents and your parents look at it crazy at the funeral, like, why he get killed? For trying to be something he fucking wasn't. I ain't trying to educate y'all. I just wanted to put my piece down on that, man. So if you ain't from a certain area or you ain't really about certain shit, don't portray that shit, because that shit will come back on you tenfold, man. So Real, episode 4, DZ, you know what I'm saying, Hip Hop Kicks. Just had to drop that off, man. Some knowledge. It's something different for the channels. Like it, comment, subscribe, share that shit. I'ma holla. 1.